Following the intense clash between Donald Trump and Zelensky at the Oval Office, the European Union has stepped in to support Zelensky. The heated debate in Washington, D.C. over the Russia-Ukraine war has prompted EU intervention. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer has said that UK, France, Ukraine will present a peace deal to Trump. Starmer spoke with French President Emmanuel Macron and Trump after hosting the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at 10 Downing Street. He reiterated that a peace deal in Ukraine would be viable if a European peacekeeping force had security guarantees from the United States. Ukrainian President Zelensky thanked Europe and UK for their support and said that he understands the importance of the United States for peace in Ukraine.
Дорогі українці, українки, повертаємось додому. Як підсумок цих днів, чітка підтримка Європи, більше єдності, ще більше готовності співпрацювати, всі єдині в головному, щоб мир був реальним, потрібні реальні гарантії безпеки. І це позиція всієї нашої Європи, усього континенту. Британія, Європейський Союз, Норвегія, Туреччина. Сьогодні ми скоординували наші позиції, буде багато зустрічей, багато спільної роботи. Найближчими днями, найближчими тижнями буде дипломатія заради миру. І заради того, щоб всі ми були разом. Україна, вся Європа і обов'язково Америка. Звісно, ми усвідомлюємо важливість Америки. І ми вдячні за всю підтримку, яку ми отримали від Сполучених.
This weekend, I've been hosting European leaders here in London to work together for the security of the United Kingdom, Ukraine, and Europe as a whole. Through my discussions over recent days, we've agreed that the UK, France, and others will work with Ukraine on a plan to stop the fighting. Then we'll discuss that plan with the United States and take it forward together. Our starting point must be to put Ukraine in the strongest possible position now, so that they can negotiate from a position of strength. And we are doubling down in our support. Yesterday evening, the UK signed a £2.2 billion loan to provide more military aid to Ukraine, backed not by the British taxpayer, but by the profits from frozen Russian assets. And today I'm announcing a new deal, which allows Ukraine to use £1.6 billion of UK export finance to buy more than 5,000 air defence missiles, which will be made in Belfast, creating jobs in our brilliant defence sector.
Cioè alla fine l'unica cosa che davvero noi non possiamo permetterci è una pace che non rimane. E questo non se lo può permettere l'Ucraina, non se lo può permettere l'Europa, non se lo possono permettere gli Stati Uniti. Per cui bisogna essere molto attenti a quello che noi mettiamo, diciamo, sul tavolo in termini di rispondere a questa domanda. Può accadere che questa pace venga violata? Perché purtroppo abbiamo visto come delle volte è accaduto, quello che delle volte è accaduto in passato, no?
And we're going to continue to be there to support Ukraine as necessary with whatever it takes for as long as it takes, because Ukraine is not just defending its own territory, it's defending the very principles and values that underpin all of our democracies. So as we look at what's going to be necessary in the coming years, I can assure you that Canada and Canadians will be there.
Wszyscy też są przekonani, że Europa musi wziąć na siebie coraz więcej odpowiedzialności i zacząć dźwigać te ciężary związane z budową przemysłu zbrojeniowego, zwiększonej pomocy dla Ukrainy w czasie wojny, większych wydatków w ramach NATO na swoje budżety obronne.
Durante muito tempo a União Europeia defendia que era preciso conversar só com Zelensky e não com Putin. Agora que o Trump conversou com Putin, a União Europeia quer que o Zelensky participe. Eu acho que não tem paz se não houver a participação dos dois presidentes que estão em conflito.
I'm very worried about what's going on right now, and I would like to stress one thing. If we are negotiating peace in Ukraine, do you really think that peace negotiation talks can only be between United States of America and Russia, without European Union or Europe being involved, or even worse, without Ukraine taking part of this? I have to be honest, if we want to achieve at the end a just and permanent peace, no talks for the peace and security in Europe should go without Europe and without Ukraine. How is this going to end? It's probably a million-dollar question right now, but I really do hope that the peacekeeping forces, when the peace is going to come, are going to go to Ukraine. And the vision of Slovenia is that these peacekeeping forces should come by the mandate of the United Nations.
And Ukraine's Zelensky said on Sunday that he believed he could salvage his relationship with US President Donald Trump after their explosive meeting in the Oval Office. Listen in.
Так, ми не робимо ніяких кроків назад. Це наша політика бути послідовними. Незважаючи на те, що сталося раніше, незважаючи на це, ми конструктивні. Якщо ми домовилися, що вона буде підписана, з нашого боку, ми готові підписувати. Я, чесно кажучи, думаю, що і Сполучені Штати будуть готові. Напевно, потрібен час проаналізувати якісь речі. Я думаю, що наші відносини будуть продовжені, тому що це більше, ніж відносини одного чи іншого моменту. Ми повинні бути відкритими. Україна країна не найбільша в світі, хоча всі бачать, як вона бореться за свою незалежність і свободу.
And it was a spat like no other when US President Donald Trump met Ukraine's Zelensky at the Oval Office in DC. Things escalated quickly. Listen in to this whole interaction.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having
not
cards.
Playing cards.
Right now, you don't. You're playing cards.
Mr. President.
You're playing cards.
Serious.
You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. Your country is in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning. You're not winning this.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military equipment, and your men are brave, but they had to use our military.
What about
if you didn't have our military equipment,
if
you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days. I heard it from Putin. In 3 days.